What is up, guys, and welcome to another one of our videos. In today's video, we're going to be doing our non-review of the OnePlus 6T. What do I mean by non-review? We're a different type of tech channel. Tech channels will do a traditional review of the item, give you your opinion, tell you whether you should buy it or not. We're a little bit different because we're an information channel first, teaching you all about the technology and having you make the decision on your own. These are called non-reviews because we're just going to go over everything that you would look at before you purchase the item. We're not going to give you our consensus of whether you should purchase it or not. We're going to leave that up to you. But we are going to give you all the information you need to make a good buying decision. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also share your thoughts and comments down below. And also, if you're considering the OnePlus 6T, go ahead and share any questions you have down below that we can answer to help making the buying decision even better, faster, or more easier for you. So let's get right into the video. So when considering a smartphone, one of the first things you always look at is exactly how the smartphone looks. Looks is probably one of the things that plays an important role in the purchase of a smartphone nowadays. So we're going to take a look at the design of the OnePlus 6T. We're going to go over some of the features of the design itself. So if you take a look at the phone itself, it's an all glass body. So it's glass on glass, and it actually gives to a premium feel and a premium look of the phone itself. So we have glass on the front and glass on the back with an aluminum border going around the sides. I'm always a big proponent that quality phones or good phones have to feel not too light and not too heavy in your hand. And I think the glass on glass body definitely does make this feel like a premium phone. It does have some weight to it, similar to what you would face with like an iPhone 8 Plus or one of the Note or Samsung S brands. It does feel really good in your hand, and that's definitely a plus. The buttons really stand out. They have some texture mapping on the power button here. It does feel very clickable, so it's nice to press. It's a really premium, good feeling phone itself. Now, connection wise, it does have a USB Type-C connection, and that helps with the fast, quick charging that it has. It also gives you the ability to connect this phone to your computer if you need to. It does come with the USB Type-C cable, and the screen of the phone is what OnePlus is calling an optical AMOLED. It's a 6.4-inch display, diagonally of course, and the display on the phone actually really looks nice. It really does lend to viewing angles, and it lends to watching YouTube videos. It lends to consuming media in total on the phone. I have no complaints about the screen. It's not the best screen that you're going to find in the phone, but it's not the worst screen that you can find in the phone, and that's definitely a plus considering the price point of the OnePlus 6T itself. So another important thing to consider when purchasing a phone is the performance, and we're talking day-to-day performance. You'll go online and find a lot of bench tests or Geekbench tests on how the phone actually performs, but in order to get a true idea of the performance of the phone, you really need to speak to somebody who's using it on a day-to-day basis. And we've taken it through its paces, and I can tell you that the OnePlus 6T is a really great performer. In general, just using the phone feels smooth, it feels quick, you're not getting any hiccups, you're not seeing any kind of glitches. It moves fast, it functions really well. You're able to consume your media just fine. Everything is loading up nice, everything is loading up fast. It looks like a premium phone, it feels like a premium phone. So we'll go over some of the specs of the OnePlus 6T itself. The OS is an Oxygen OS based on Android Pie. It has 6 or 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM. The camera itself is a 16 megapixel camera. The battery is 3700 milliamp hour battery, and the Snapdragon 845 is the processor that's currently processing and driving this phone. The GPU is an Adreno 630. So all that to say that this phone is very up to date. It's very capable of handling anything that you can kind of throw at it. It's going to handle media consumption. It's going to handle email. It's going to handle your day-to-day activity extremely well. It's fantastic. It moves great. I have had no issues or hiccups with this phone whatsoever. Now, another thing that definitely stands out whenever you're purchasing any kind of new device, any kind of digital device, is the storage. And this one definitely doesn't skimp on it. It starts at a 128 gigabyte version. There's also a 256 gigabyte version. So depending on what you need, you can actually scale up or scale down. But keep in mind that there's no expandable storage on this. So whatever storage you get is the storage that you'll be with until you either trade in or sell the phone itself. I think for most people, most average users, 128 gigabytes should be enough. Just make sure you kind of go through and delete any pictures and videos that you're not using, and I think you should be more than fine with that particular variant. But you also have the 256 gigabyte version if you ever do decide to go up. So even though I left the price for last, it does play an extremely important role in the purchasing of any device. And actually OnePlus has done a pretty good job over the years of making sure that their devices are well priced within the market, and this is no exception. OnePlus 6T will run you approximately $579 for the 128 gigabyte version. The 256 gigabyte version is going to run you about $629. So it's really made like a premium phone, but it's not priced like one of those high-end premium phones like an Apple phone or a Samsung phone that's running people $1,000 or over $1,000. OnePlus is actually making some concessions with either their camera or some of the internals in order to still bring a really nice premium feeling phone to the market at a price point that most people can afford. Now, when purchasing any kind of device, extras do definitely play a role in it, and the OnePlus 6T definitely has a ton of extras. One of the main things that it does better than some of the other competitors is its ability to get updates. It gets updates fairly quickly. They're sending out security patches, they're sending out updates to the OS. The Oxygen OS actually runs pretty close to stock Android, so anyone that's having problems or doesn't like some of the Samsung UIs or some of the other UIs that are thrown onto Android phones, this is pretty much as close to stock Android as you're going to get on a non-Google phone, so that's definitely an extra. One of the other extras is it does have or feature an in-display fingerprint scanner. See, as you can see, there's no fingerprint scanner towards the back of the phone itself, and if you turn it off, turn it back on, fingerprint scanner right in the screen. So this actually works a lot better than I thought it would in most situations. It's actually pretty quick. It learns, it adapts, it gets better as you use it over time. So that's definitely a good plus for this phone. Another great benefit of it is it has some on-screen gestures that you can do to kind of navigate or quick access different options. Like for instance, if you were to draw a circle, that quick accesses your camera. You're able to access the camera just by drawing a circle on the screen. Or if you were to draw a V, it turns on your flashlight. Now these are just really quick, cool extras that are thrown into the phone. You're actually making a full video on all the extras and abilities that you can do with the phone, so definitely come back to the channel and check that out. But as an extra, it actually does make the phone feel really great. And like any phone that's coming out now, it also does feature face unlock, so the ability to set up the camera to read your face when it sees it, and it unlocks the phone immediately. So you do have 3 points of entry with this phone. You still have your fingerprint scanner, you have your face unlock similar to what Apple is doing, you have the ability to put a pin on it, so you can pick and choose which security measure you want to implement on your phone. Some people don't like face unlock, so that fingerprint scanner is definitely going to be what they choose. Some people don't want to be bothered with either, so they're going to put a pin on it, and that definitely works either way. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. That's going to do it for our non-review of the OnePlus 6T. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, go ahead and share those in the comment section down below this video. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that thumbs up. Download complete. And until next time, peace out.